In the early 2000s, the gaming world stood on the edge of a revolution. As technology leapt forward, one console emerged that would redefine the landscape. With groundbreaking online multiplayer, iconic game franchises, bold marketing campaigns, and even the introduction of motion-controlled gaming. This is the story of the Xbox 360.
What we really set out to do with Xbox 360 is put the gamer at the center of the experience. Welcome to Xbox 360.
The story begins in early 2003, when Microsoft executives realized they needed to start working on their second-generation console while their original Xbox was still fighting for market share against the PlayStation 2. Back when it was still in development, the Xbox 360 went by a bunch of codenames: Xbox Next, Xenon, Xbox 2, Xbox FS, even Nextbox. But the goal was pretty clear, though. Learn from the missteps of the original Xbox and finally break through in markets where Microsoft had struggled before, especially Japan and Europe. In February 2003, planning for the Xenon software platform began under the leadership of Microsoft's Vice President Jay Allard, a visionary who understood that the future of gaming lay not just in powerful hardware, but in connected experiences that could bring players together across continents. That same month, Microsoft held a crucial event for 400 developers in Bellevue, Washington, designed to recruit support for their ambitious new system. The company was determined to build a robust software library from day one, learning from the original Xbox's struggles with limited exclusive content. The key hardware deals for the Xbox 360 started coming together in August 2003, when ATI jumped on board to handle the graphics. This partnership represented a significant shift from the original Xbox, which had relied on NVIDIA for its graphics capabilities. The following month, IBM agreed to develop the triple-core CPU for the console, marking the beginning of what would become one of the most technically ambitious gaming systems ever created. During early development, some of the test versions of the Xbox 360 were actually built using Apple's PowerMac G5 computers. That's because both the Mac and the Xbox 360 used a similar kind of computer chip, called PowerPC. The final Xbox 360 chip, called Xenon, was made by IBM and was kind of like a cousin to the chip inside the PlayStation 3. Funny enough, Microsoft and Sony ended up using parts of the same technology without realizing it. IBM, who was working with both companies at the time, had to keep Microsoft's Xbox work a secret, even from Sony and Toshiba, who were helping build the PlayStation chip. Security became a major focus during the Xbox 360's development, as Microsoft had learned painful lessons from the original Xbox's vulnerabilities. The original system had suffered numerous security flaws in both hardware and software, leading to quick exploitation by hackers who could run unsigned programs, play backup game disks, and develop homebrew applications. Chris Satchell, speaking in September 2005, boldly declared that there are going to be levels of security in this box that the hacker community has never seen before. Microsoft added some clever security features to the Xbox 360, like a hypervisor, a small system that ran in memory to block hacked code and stop memory tricks. But by 2006, hackers had already found ways around it, running pirated games and even bypassing the hypervisor. The Xbox 360's final technical specifications were impressive for their time. The system utilized a triple-core IBM-designed Xenon processor. Graphics processing was handled by the ATI Xenos chip, which featured 10 megabytes of EDRAM. The main memory pool consisted of 512 megabytes, a significant increase from the originally planned 256 megabytes, after Epic Games demonstrated to Microsoft that the console needed more RAM to deliver substantially better performance. As Epic Games Executive Vice President Mark Ryan recalled in 2006, "Today they made the decision. We were apparently the first developer they called. He said to me, 'I just want you to know you cost me $1 billion,' and I said, 'We did a favor for 1 billion gamers.'" The console's design represented a significant departure from the original Xbox's imposing black tower. The Xbox 360 featured a sleek, curved profile with a subtle double concavity in matte white, officially called Arctic Chill. The design was both functional and aesthetic. featuring a port on the top when positioned vertically, where a custom-housed hard disk drive unit could be attached. The console's ring of light around the power button would become iconic, though it would later be associated with the dreaded red ring of death hardware failures. Microsoft offered the Xbox 360 in two configurations at launch. The premium Xbox 360 package, unofficially known as the 20GB Pro or Premium model, was priced at $399. The more affordable Xbox 360 Core model cost $299. The original shipment of the premium version included a cut-down version of the media remote as a promotional item. The Xbox 360 controller represented a refined evolution of the original Xbox Controller S design. The wireless controller featured improved ergonomics, refined button placement, and enhanced analog sticks that provided better precision for gaming. Microsoft's marketing strategy for the Xbox 360 represented one of the most innovative and comprehensive campaigns in gaming history, beginning with the decision to unveil their new console on MTV rather than at a traditional gaming expo. This bold move on May 12, 2005, immediately signaled Microsoft's intention to position the Xbox 360 as more than just a gaming device. It was a lifestyle product that belonged in mainstream popular culture alongside music and entertainment. The Xbox 360 finally launched on November 22, 2005, in the United States and Canada. In its first year, the Xbox 360 rolled out in 36 countries, more than any console had ever done before. It was a clear sign that Microsoft wasn't just playing around. They were aiming to take over the global gaming scene. Launch Zero, also known as Zero Hour, was Microsoft's massive invite-only event held in the Mojave Desert to celebrate the launch of the Xbox 360. Designed to feel more like a music festival than a product release, Zero Hour brought together thousands of hardcore fans, developers, and media for 24 hours of non-stop gaming, exclusive previews, and community bonding. With glowing tents, live music, and dozens of Xbox 360 stations set up across a giant aircraft hangar, the event captured the excitement of a new era in gaming and showed how seriously Microsoft took fan engagement from day one. The Jump-In campaign was the heart of Xbox 360's marketing message, an invitation to players everywhere to be part of something bigger than just gaming. It focused on the emotional and social experience of play, positioning the console as a gateway to connection, imagination, and community. Unlike traditional ads that focused on specs or gameplay footage, Jump-In commercials were often abstract, cinematic, and thought-provoking, designed to spark curiosity and convey a sense of belonging. The campaign helped redefine gaming not as a solo activity, but as a shared journey, inviting people of all backgrounds to step into the world of Xbox. One of Microsoft's boldest marketing moves was the Xbox 360 Anti-Gravity Tour, a high school roadshow that brought extreme sports and hands-on gaming straight to students. With 50 events in major cities, it reached over 100,000 teens in a fun, low-pressure setting, all without traditional ads. The Xbox 360's ambitious global launch immediately encountered significant challenges that would define its early years. Production began only 69 days before launch, leaving Microsoft unable to supply enough systems to meet initial consumer demand in Europe or North America. The console sold out completely upon release in all regions except Japan, where cultural preferences for domestic products and different gaming genres created an uphill battle for Microsoft's American-made system. The supply shortage was so severe that 40,000 units appeared for sale on eBay during the initial week of release, representing 10% of the total supply. By year's end, Microsoft had shipped 1.5 million units worldwide, including 900,000 in North America, 500,000 in Europe, and 100,000 in Japan. These numbers fell short of the company's ambitious projections, but the foundation was laid for what would become one of the most successful console generations in gaming history. However, success came with a devastating cost that would haunt Microsoft for years. The earliest versions of the Xbox 360 suffered from an extraordinarily high failure rate, indicated by the infamous red ring of death, 3 red quadrants appearing around the power button signaling a general hardware failure. Industry estimates suggested that approximately 54% of all Xbox 360 consoles eventually suffered from this catastrophic hardware failure, making it one of the most widespread manufacturing defects in consumer electronics history. The red ring of death was mainly caused by overheating and poor cooling. The Xbox 360's compact design limited airflow, and the lead-free solder used often cracked under heat. Weak GPU mounting and bad heat management made the problem even worse. To address these hardware issues, Microsoft implemented numerous modifications throughout the console's production run. These improvements included reducing the number, size, and placement of components, adding dabs of epoxy on CPU and GPU corners to prevent movement during heat expansion, and installing a second GPU heatsink for better heat dissipation. These changes gradually improved reliability, though the damage to Microsoft's reputation required years to repair. Despite hardware challenges, the Xbox 360's software ecosystem flourished spectacularly. Xbox Live, Microsoft's online gaming service, underwent a major transformation with the console's launch. The service was shut down for 24 hours during the transition and emerged with a revolutionary two-tier structure. Xbox Live Silver, later renamed Xbox Live Free, provided basic features like profile creation, message boards, and access to Xbox Live Arcade and Marketplace, while Xbox Live Gold included integrated online multiplayer gaming capabilities. The Xbox Live Gold subscription service, priced at $59.99 annually in the United States, became a significant revenue generator for Microsoft. By January 5, 2011, Xbox Live had reached over 30 million subscribers, generating hundreds of millions in recurring revenue while creating a connected gaming community unlike anything previously seen in console gaming. The Xbox 360's game library launched with 14 titles in North America and 13 in Europe, with Call of Duty 2 becoming the console's best-selling game for 2005, moving over 1 million copies. 5 other games achieved million-copy sales in the console's first year: Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, The Elder Scrolls IV, Dead or Alive 4, Saints Row, and Gears of War. Gears of War became the best-selling game on the console with 3 million copies in 2006, before being surpassed in 2007 by Halo 3, which sold over 8 million copies. In May 2008, Microsoft announced that 10 million Xbox 360 consoles had been sold, making it the first current-generation gaming console to surpass the 10 million figure in the United States. The Xbox 360 maintained leadership in current-generation home console sales until June 2008, when Nintendo's innovative Wii console surpassed it. Sales performance varied dramatically across global markets. In the United States, Xbox 360 sales reached 25.4 million units by March 2011, and by the end of 2014, total sales had surpassed the Wii, making the Xbox 360 the best-selling 7th-generation console in America once again. Japan remained Microsoft's most challenging market, with only 10 people waiting in line when a central Tokyo store opened for Xbox 360 sales on launch day. This lukewarm reception prompted Microsoft to intensify their localization efforts, partnering with renowned Japanese game developers including Capcom and Sega to produce culturally relevant content that would resonate with local gaming preferences focused on role-playing, simulation, and puzzle strategy genres. The Xbox 360 managed brief victories in Japan, outselling both PlayStation 3 and Wii during specific weeks when exclusives like Infinite Undiscovery and Star Ocean: The Last Hope were released. In November 2008, the Xbox 360 dashboard received an update known as the New Xbox Experience. This update completely overhauled the user interface, replacing the original Blade system with a more modern avatar-based design. It introduced features like Xbox Avatars, a redesigned Xbox Live Marketplace, and streamlined navigation. The most revolutionary peripheral in Xbox 360 history emerged 5 years after the console's debut when Microsoft unveiled Kinect on June 1, 2009, at the Electronic Entertainment Expo under the codename Project Natal. Microsoft partnered with Cirque du Soleil for a theatrical, live experience that blurred the line between performance art and product reveal. It was dramatic, high-budget, and targeted at a broad, non-gamer audience, a clear signal that Xbox was for everyone. This groundbreaking motion-sensing camera system promised a controller-free gaming and entertainment experience. That would fundamentally change how players interacted with their consoles. The Kinect enabled users to control and interact with the Xbox 360 without any physical controller, relying instead on gestures, spoken commands, and presented objects and images. Kinect's technical specifications were impressive for the time. The device featured a long, black plastic housing. The system was compatible with all Xbox 360 models, connecting to newer consoles via a custom connector. The device officially launched on November 4, 2010, and immediately set records by becoming the fastest-selling consumer electronic device in history. Xbox Live Arcade became a cornerstone of the Xbox 360 experience, launching on November 3, 2004, for the original Xbox using DVD distribution before being integrated into the Xbox 360 dashboard on November 22, 2005. Classic arcade games like Ms. Pac-Man joined original titles such as Assault Heroes, while games from other platforms included PlayStation's Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and PC titles like Zuma. Popular Xbox Live Arcade games included Geometry Wars, Street Fighter II Hyper Fighting, and Uno, trying to appeal to casual gamers. On March 24, 2010, Microsoft introduced Game Room, a gaming service for Xbox 360 and Windows that allowed players to compete in classic arcade and console games within a virtual arcade environment. The Xbox Live Marketplace served as a comprehensive digital storefront, offering movie and game trailers, game demos, Xbox Live Arcade games, and Xbox 360 dashboard themes. An estimated 70% of Xbox Live users downloaded content from the marketplace, generating substantial additional revenue beyond hardware sales. Microsoft released two major hardware revisions during the Xbox 360's lifecycle, but several earlier models also marked key steps in the console's evolution. The Elite, introduced in a sleek black finish, featured a 120GB hard drive and HDMI output, offering a more premium option for dedicated gamers. The arcade model targeted casual users, bundling classic games and internal flash storage but omitting a hard drive. Microsoft also released limited-run Super Elite editions tied to blockbuster franchises like Halo and Call of Duty, which included larger 250GB hard drives and themed designs. In 2010, Microsoft launched the Xbox 360S, featuring a more compact angular case and a redesigned motherboard that significantly reduced overheating issues. It added built-in Wi-Fi, a dedicated Kinect port, and a quieter, more efficient cooling system, representing a major upgrade in performance and reliability. Finally, in 2013, the Xbox 360e offered a further streamlined design with a two-tone rectangular case inspired by the upcoming Xbox One. It removed one USB port, eliminated the AV connector in favor of HDMI-only output, and dropped the SPDIF audio port, marking the final evolution of the Xbox 360 hardware platform. Accessories proliferated throughout the Xbox 360's lifecycle, including wired and wireless controllers, customizable faceplates, chatting headsets, video chatting webcams, dance mats, exercise equipment like Gamersize, and multiple memory unit sizes. Microsoft released the Xbox 360 HD DVD player in 2006, pricing it competitively to support the HD DVD format, but discontinued the accessory in 2008 after Blu-ray emerged victorious in the high-definition format war. Xbox 360 game library development proved crucial to the console's success. The 2007 Game Critics Awards honored the platform with 38 nominations and 12 wins, more than any other platform that year. By March 2008, the Xbox 360 achieved a software attach rate of 7.5 games per console in the United States, significantly outperforming competitors 3.8 for PlayStation 3 and 3.5 for Wii. Gears of War revolutionized third-person shooters through its cover-based combat system, and roadie-run mechanics that became industry standards. The active reload timing system and visceral chainsaw executions defined the console's mature gaming identity, while demonstrating how tactical positioning could enhance shooter gameplay beyond simple run-and-gun mechanics. Call of Duty 4 transformed online console gaming with its progression-based multiplayer featuring perks, loadouts, and weapon customization. The game's addictive leveling system and iconic maps like Crash prove that console online gaming could rival PC experiences while reaching mainstream audiences. The Mass Effect trilogy redefined role-playing games on consoles through its conversation wheel dialogue system and consequential moral choices that carried across multiple games. BioWare's space opera proved that complex, choice-driven narratives could thrive on consoles while creating genuine emotional investment in character relationships. Oblivion brought massive open-world exploration to console audiences, proving that Xbox 360 could handle PC-style role-playing experiences. The game's freedom to explore in any direction and hundreds of available quests established open-world gaming as a console mainstay. Rock Band transformed living rooms into concert venues through full-band gameplay with guitar, bass, drums, and vocals. The collaborative musical experience transcended traditional gaming demographics, while the extensive downloadable song library let players perform their favorite tracks. Portal revolutionized puzzle gaming through its mind-bending spatial mechanics and the iconic GLaDOS artificial intelligence. The Portal gun's simple concept evolved into complex environmental challenges that influenced countless subsequent puzzle games. Dead Space redefined survival horror through its strategic dismemberment system, requiring players to target specific alien limbs. Sales milestones continued accumulating throughout the generation. Worldwide sales reached 84 million units by June 9, 2014, making the Xbox 360 the ninth highest-selling home video game console in history and the highest-selling console manufactured by an American company. Production officially ended on April 20, 2016, when Microsoft announced the discontinuation of new Xbox 360 hardware manufacturing while pledging continued platform support. The Xbox 360 game marketplace operated until July 29, 2024, when Microsoft ceased new purchases and disabled the Movies and TV app. Though previously purchased content remained downloadable and multiplayer functionality continued. The Xbox 360 wasn't just about the games, it was about the feeling. Its marketing didn't just sell a console, it invited us in. Jump In wasn't just a slogan, it was a call to be part of something bigger. Through bold ads, unforgettable events, and a platform built on connection. The Xbox 360 created a world where strangers became teammates, games became memories, and a brand became a community. It wasn't just the next generation, it was our generation. Thanks for joining me on this trip through the history of this legendary console. If there is any interesting gaming phenomena you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss more videos like this one. See you next time.